Boobs. Welcome to Excessive Salivation. I am Pete.
And I'm Dan.
Today's topic is crowds and various types of crowds. You have your in-person crowds, lots of people at a stadium. You have, crowds on a train. You have crowds online. There's crowds everywhere you look, and we're going to talk about it today.
Yep.
So Dan, tell me about some crowd issues that you've seen.
Well, I experience crowds every day.
Where?
Commuting to work.
Where do you work?
Work in downtown Boston.
Wow.
And I usually do the Green Line, which is always an adventure.
Right.
And one day, just to give a specific example, I was on the Green Line, and I was pulling up to Haymarket. I'm coming from North Station, so it's only a stop. I only had to go to 2 stops total. But one stop in between, stop at Haymarket, and I'm looking out the window, and the train is packed. I mean, I barely squeezed into this train. I barely fit in, so I'm right against the doors. So I'm figuring, unless people get out of this train, there's no way someone else is going to be able to squeeze into this part of the train.
Right.
Sure enough, we stopped right in front of a crazy woman, who I knew was crazy because she had a butt that looked like a bag of wet clothes. And she gets onto the train, and she's squeezing in by pushing her head into my butt. That's how she felt it was the best way to get on.
Is she a short woman?
I would say about 5'3",
That's
5'2". Yeah, so on the shorter side.
Right.
But she was determined, and so one after another, head thrust after head thrust after head thrust into my butt, and I thought, basically, this is no longer a situation of she's trying to get on the train. She's trying to molest me.
Right.
Needless to say, somehow the doors are able to close, and her head is right in my butt. Every time we stop, she's headbutting my butt.
Literally headbutting you.
Literally headbutting you with each stop, and it's the Green Line, so that's every 2 or 3 feet. So as we're going along, I'm saying, this is driving me mad, and the only thing keeping me sane was, it's a good thing I'm not turned around.
That is very true.
Well, that's the way I thought about it.
That
was the only way to turn it optimistic. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, a different type of crowd would be one that you would find in an online community such as Facebook. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. There's plenty of crowds. Sometimes there's just way too many people to deal with.
Too many people.
I mean, I see nowadays these kids who are just out of college or in college now. They say they have like 2,000 friends. Give me a break.
Come on.
You do not know each one of these people. Okay?
Well, it's so weird, the etiquette, because, I mean, they're friendly people. They literally just met. I mean, they just met them on the sidewalk, and they go, oh, what's your name? Okay. And they're friending them.
Right. It's not even a matter now if you meet somebody, you spend a couple hours and say, I enjoyed your company. What's your number?
Right.
No, it's, are you on Facebook?
That's all it is.
I'll add you right now.
Yep.
Boom. Done.
Instant.
Friend request.
And then people accept it.
Right. And it's not the literal meaning of friend request. You're not saying, would you like to be friends with me? Mm-hmm. Because does that ever happen where someone friend requests you and then that blossoms into some hangout session that you have 2 days later and you become best friends and sooner or later you're in each other's weddings and you're at baby showers together and you're going grocery shopping and then you're planning each other's husband's funerals and then, one thing leads to another, but not in this case because you're never going to talk to that person again.
Nope.
All you're going to do is see when they post photos, see if you have any mutual friends inside, and not really care about anything they say. And status updates.
Chances are you're probably going to block them from your status updates, right?
Very true. It's certainly an option you can do now.
You can do that?
Absolutely.
I need to get on it.
I do that for many people.
All right.
And you might say to yourself, well, why are you even friends with these people? Because it's almost rude to delete somebody nowadays.
Exactly.
In one instance, I saw this person, in the top right corner says, we think you should add this person as a friend. Many of your friends are already friends with this person. Mm-hmm. You probably know them. Do you want to add them?
Right.
And I'll think to myself, wasn't I already friends with this person? So that means either I or she deleted each other at some point because we said, enough's enough. I don't talk to you. I haven't seen you from high school. I don't care one iota about you. Life is over for us, okay? There's no blossoming friendship. I have nothing to gain from being friends with you. You don't even post pictures. You're just there.
Absolutely. Gone from existence.
Gone from existence.
Post 1999.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, did you go to the high school reunion? Could I have seen you there? I mean, I didn't go, but
chances are,
from what I've seen, you weren't there either. So.
Right. So, what was it, 30 people at our high school reunion?
Exactly. Class of 319?
Yep.
I mean, come on. At some point, yes, I will go to the high school reunion.
At some point.
Just, this year wasn't good for me. Had a busy summer, and, as far as I'm concerned, the reunion is still on Facebook.
That's all we need nowadays.
That's all I need.
Another crowd is when you are at, a house party.
Right.
And there's one bathroom.
Gotcha.
And there's a crowd waiting for you to use that bathroom.
Yep.
It could be a lot of pressure, a lot of stress.
Sounds like a scene on a road trip, to be honest.
It truly is. And I know this guy who was on business, stopped into a business where there was one bathroom, and there were several people who were just hanging out outside that bathroom in a break room type area. He goes in. He had to go real bad. He had no other choice. Lets it loose. Cannon shots are flying. And he comes out, and everyone's there. So what did he say? He said, well, I'm from... And he was working at a company, and he gave the rival name's company, and that's where he said he was from, in order to cover up the disaster. But that was a crowd he had to deal with.
You had to deal with you. You see these people, you got to confront them. They know what happened in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to then associate yourself with the evil empire, if you will.
Yes. To cover the tracks.
Exactly. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Any other crowds that we deal with on a daily basis?
Well, I deal with the crowds of just general, traffic.
Yes.
Traffic, that's a big crowd you just don't want to be in.
No.
Okay? You're going home. All you want to do is sit on the couch, relax, or have dinner, or go to the gym. You're stuck in traffic, and in your head, you immediately start criticizing.
Absolutely.
Everyone on the road is worse than you at driving. You're the only one on the road who knows how to drive. That person's not signaling. That person shouldn't be driving with the arm out the window. That person shouldn't be on the phone. Everyone who is around you in this crowd is worse than you. Suddenly, you're the king of the crowd.
Somehow that happens. Out of the thousands of people who are on the road with you, you are the one.
And you know what?
The only responsible.
I think I'm right. I think I am the king of the crowd.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. What happens with traffic jams? How does that happen?
There's some roads going into Rhode Island from Massachusetts, that really should not be crowded. Because who really wants to go to Rhode Island after work? Okay? And you see these exits just backed up for miles, just going very slow. And I'm thinking to myself, all it takes is one guy. One guy who gets off the exit slowly or has the brakes on the entire way on the exit ramp. And you're saying to yourself, this ramp I could easily go 50, 60 miles an hour on and be home in 5 minutes. But now I have to wait in 15 minutes of traffic just to get on the ramp, to be behind a truck who can't accelerate that fast. All it takes is one person who does not know how to drive well.
Like a domino. Somehow driving in automobiles mimics the effect of dominoes. I don't know how that works. To this day, I don't know how someone, by applying their brakes in a stupid way, there's no reason to apply the brakes.
Right.
Because that person did that backs up traffic for half an hour. Right. How is that possible?
There's nothing worse on the road, besides being in an accident.
Right.
Of having very slow traffic, and you finally get to the point where traffic clears up, and you look around and say, all right, what was it? And there's nothing there.
Nothing.
It just suddenly clears up. You're telling me everyone just pausing as if there's a buffer, like a huge marshmallow pushing against your car, slowing you down, and all of a sudden someone eats that marshmallow and you're free to go?
So someone's just cooking some s'mores, and then they decided, all right, you know what, I'm good.
I'm good, I'm full. I got enough.
I'll take it back.
Go about your business. In a few miles, though, I might be hungry again, and it might happen again, so we'll meet then.
Might just throw it down again, yeah.
All right, well, that's all I have to say about crowds, because I got to go shoot myself into a crowd right now and get in traffic. So,
all right.
Until next time, there's the music. We'll see you later, and happy salivating.
Peace.